Welcome on in. It's Off the Edge with me, your host, Cam Jordan. Super excited to bring in not only an upcomer, but before we get into that, I just want to say, tell your people about the podcast. You know, whoever it is, wherever it is, we always going to be here. Tell them to follow, share, give us a 5-star rating and a review on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts. And watch us on the NFL YouTube channel. Come on, man. Now, like I was saying, let me introduce my dog. You know, he ain't no puppy. He a big dog now. You know, an outside linebacker for the Giants, a man who's been on the pod, and after that, you know, he's going to come back to the pod, not only today, but next month and the month after that. You know, monthly, we're going to get drop-ins by my dog, Kayvon Thibodeaux. My boy, appreciate you.
Yay! We in the building.
Indeed.
We in the building, and thank you for having me.
Come on, Thibodeaux sound like you really should be from Louisiana. So I'm just saying, the next couple of years, when you get tired.
I am, man. My family from Lake Charles, but I grew up in inner city LA. So you know.
Yeah. Oh, so you are Lake.
It's like
Lake Charles.
It's the American way, you know. I was a true settler.
I feel you on that. How your body feeling? You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks in.
Definitely does hurt. 2 weeks in, you know, you see a lot of injuries. I think, you know, the first 5 weeks of the NFL season, like the most injuries. So this week does hurt, but the body is definitely starting to callous.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's about week 5 when you start to go numb.
Man, exactly. You got to break glass sometimes to get it past. You wake up one morning, you're like, oh, yeah, exactly. Shoulder. I don't remember it hurting like that.
Yeah.
And somewhere in the middle of the season, it's like.
That's why I go for walks. Yeah, I go for walks. You got to walk it out.
Man, walk it out. Take 2 of these and walk it out. You ain't even old enough for that one. You don't even know the walk it out era, man. You missed that. I was out in the high school parking lot.
I wasn't in the club.
I think I was just a little shy of in the club, but I was in the parking lots pre-football games walking it out like everybody else was. Dang. Yeah. Dang. Anyways, let's talk about it, man. You know, let's just think about, you know, the podcast. What made you come back? You know, you're going to be a reoccurring guest. What's up, baby?
Yeah, man. You know, I'm happy to be here, man. You know, when we get together, we break bread, we chop it up. I'm excited. You know, the season's finally here. So now, you know, talking is one thing, but now it's time to go make it happen.
Man.
Being able to, you know, spit game with you is always good.
Absolutely, bro. You know, it's one thing to talk. It's another thing to walk. And we all trying to make this way. Somewhere in there, we got to start stringing these games together. You know, it's great to have it's great to have personal stats, but without that team success, the world try and turn on you quick, don't they?
Quick, come on, man. It's all about winning. What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me now? Now.
Yeah.
Man, what you think
right now?
Yeah, what you think about how the league is shaped up after 2 weeks? You know, is there any surprises for you?
It's exciting, man. I didn't expect the Eagles to lose. I'll say that. I didn't expect that.
Monday Night Football?
I didn't expect us to lose either. I mean, you know, you never really expect to lose. So I think that the season is shaping up nicely. I think there are going to be a lot of underdogs. I think, you know, obviously there always is a lot of underdogs, but I think that the underdog light is shifting a little bit. You know, everybody that you thought before the season was going to be great is, you know, things aren't going as planned versus, you know, vice versa. Teams that you thought weren't as good are now playing great. So we'll see how long.
Is there a surprise?
You know, these things get
surprise underdog. Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, what ended up being the score? What are the Cincinnati Bengals? They're 0-2?
Yeah,
1-1?
Yeah, I think they're 0-2, fam. Like they didn't win that last one.
I mean, that's the thing, man. You know, you lose tough games early in the season, and they really just come back to haunt you. You know, most of the time they're not that important, but it's like if you can sneak a few wins in, whether it's by a field goal, an extra point, it always kind of helps at the end. But I don't think I'm too worried. You know, not necessarily just about the Bengals, but even about our team. I think, you know, the season's too long to really be set on, you know, the first 2 games.
Right. If you had to look at it, you know, you look like, dang, these are the teams to watch out for. I'm gonna put my Saints in the category at all times as team to watch out for. But We've started off 2-0 before.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Just saying, not even a lot of people. I think no one had us picked to win the Cowboys. Like we walked into that game and our head coach Dennis Allen put us on the board, like all the analysts or whatever, and they're like, "Yo, this guy that has Cowboys picked. This guy has Cowboys picked," and it was all like 27-22, 20, 28, 20. What? All these random numbers, bro. I was like, damn, nobody gave us a shot. A game like that, you come in there.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw it, when you look up at halftime, or you look up at like third quarter of your game, you look up at the scores everywhere else. I'm like, whoa, the Saints are beating the Cowboys. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So
yeah.
I probably had y'all counted out too. But that's the nature of the beast.
Facts.
That's the nature of the beast. You never know.
Facts.
And it's early.
Hey, look, you're always high in your own team. Like I've been singing our praises all, headed into it. I was like, why can't we win? Why can't we be great? We've got Rashid Shaheed, we got Chris Olave, naming all your stars, Alvin Kamara. You've got, Taysom Hill, Jawan Johnson, everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come up to the first two games and you drop like 91 points in 2 games on the offensive side.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, it feels good. It feels good to have complimentary football.
Yeah, I tell you that. You got to, hey, man, that's the NFL, man. You either got it or you don't. And if you don't got it, you got to keep working on it until you get it.
Right, man. We're gonna keep on working. That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks beside. There's 15 games left. If we don't win another game, guess what we are? Cheeks, ass.
Man, you saw Aidan Hutchinson with the 4.5 sacks.
Oof. You're going crazy.
That's monstrous. Ooh, that's monstrous. Yeah, I like that. That was nice. Shout out to him.
Man,
I was like,
you
prepare for games like that.
Bro, I've had some games like 3.5, 3s, 4s. I've never had a 4.5. Like 4.5 is disgusting work. Like,
yeah. And then the worst part about it all, I didn't even realize they lost.
They lost. Does that affect how you look at the game? You go 4.5 sacks deep, score 20-16, and they didn't just lose. They lost to the Buccaneers. Like I needed them to win. Like I wanted them to win. I'm not going to root for an in division opponent. I wanted them to win.
Yeah. I'm exactly. I feel the same way. I'm definitely not rooting for either team. Who cares who wins or who loses? Right. But when you talk about
I'm not going in division,
we'll make plays. You talk about being able to go and make plays like he did and not coming out with a win after playing great. That's always it's just tough, man.
Yeah, that hurts.
This is a team sport.
Look, I'm gonna have to go back and see if he played the run because you know the rules. You stop the run, you get to have some fun, and if all you get is sacks, did you stop the run right? I mean, it was a low scoring game though, 20-16. Tells you that.
So somebody had to be stopping the run.
Man, something. 2016, it was a good defensive game to be had.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to know, if we're just thinking MVP after 2 weeks, I'm just going to throw out who'd be your MVP after 2 weeks? Because I know what my answer is going to be.
MVP after 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Who you got? I got to think for a second.
I mean, I watched Kirk Cousins go masterclass Monday Night Football against Philadelphia Eagles, but I'm going to say Derek Carr put up 91 points.
If that's the case, then Sam Darnold. If that's the case, Sam Darnold came in and he was balling.
Right.
For those who
Vikings 2-0
feel how they feel about Sam Darnold, yeah, he's a USC guy, but he definitely came in and showed up against us and showed up against the 49ers.
True. I'll say 2-0. You leave.
That'd be my take.
Justin Jefferson as a weapon. They got star power over there, But true, nobody.
97-yard touchdown was crazy.
Yeah, nobody saw it, bro. I saw the highlight and I said, he said he was different, and he meant every word of that. And
it's always so funny, even kind of looking right now, when you look at a Sam Darnold, and then you look at, for example, we just played Jayden Daniels. Like, I don't know what I expected coming into the game versus Sam Darnold, knowing he's a veteran, knowing he's a guy who's kind of been in the league for a while. But, obviously, like I said, I didn't expect him. I think he went like 12 for 12 and just out the gate. And I think that was like, next level.
Right.
But when you look at Jayden Daniels, on the other hand, it was like a different threat that he brought to the table, before we even start playing. So I think that's, obviously a testament to his athletic ability. But it's always interesting not only how scouting reports kind of shape, teams, but then, when you look at what a once backup quarterback or starting, then backup, but then back to starting, just them being a veteran, how much more that can do for them versus, a rookie trying to come in. You see how the rookies have been playing. Shout out to Jayden Daniels. He played, really well our game. But when you look at how the rookies have been playing so far, it's been a little, up and down. So, seeing him step in, I think that was great for him. I think he's gonna definitely do a lot for his legacy.
Right. I mean, you go against a Sam Darnold type, you can pass rush your ass off. Like, he can move, but he's not mobile. You know what I'm saying? You go against a Jayden Daniels type, you're worried about his feet first and then his arm. That as a pass rusher, you like,
come on, you almost
you're really handcuffing yourself. You're like, I really can't create these gaps. I've got to be able to get to an edge, but I have to be able to fall underneath. It's a completely different game plan. But after facing Sam Darnold on the Vikings, after facing the Commanders, bro, how do you keep your edge when you start off, slow or whatever? I know I've done it. I've gone like 0-3 or something like that, and then still came out in playoffs, and then the opposite.
That is and I really want to get your take on it, but that is the hardest part about football. And when people say, it's, 80%, 90% mental and the other part physical, it's just simply on the roller coaster itself. Can you ride it and can you maintain your mindset and your, focused energy while being down, or while being 0-3 or 0-2 and, just continuing to keep the mindset that things are eventually going to go right by me consistently doing the right things. And it's tough, but like that's what you got to do. You just got to keep chopping wood, and eventually these wins are going to come.
Absolutely, bro. Honestly, like I said, I've started off that way. I've had seasons where it's like, bro, we got to find a way to win. It's got to be a now. It's got to be, I need a win. He needs a win. We got to focus on winning. And it's like, you start eliminating everything else. Just like, all right, bro, well, if my run block wasn't sound, I got to have gap integrity. If we're pass rushing and I'm getting too high, it's on me. Like, I've got to be able to focus on this. So if I can win this individual down, we can start making these plays. If I can win this, this series, we can start winning the quarter. If we can win the quarter, we can win the half. And you just got to refocus on what the main thing is supposed to be, whatever that is. It's like, and as you go, you're like, bro, I'm doing all the things right. And you could be. And you still come up with a loss. It's the NFL. Any given Sunday, anytime you touch that field, you have a chance to win and you have a chance to lose. And you have to focus on what gives you the best probability to win. You're like, yo, bro, I'm never going to loaf again. I'm never going to do this. I'm never, I'm going to get to the quarterback. Those are things that you maybe have some control on, but you may not. What you can't ever, fault is your effort and your mentality. You go into mentality like, all right, this is how I'm going to get better. And you have to go hard. And after a couple losses, you still have to go harder. You got to find your reason of, all right, how much more can I give? I can always give more until you can't. You know what I'm saying?
And I think, for me, it was hard really seeing, like, how do you basically find your niche in a long season? What is it going to be that sets you apart from not only the other 32 teams, but then even, to a smaller part, the 11 guys on the field? Like, how can I get the 22 guys on the field at the time? How can I get more out of my body, out of my mind, out of, ourselves, so that I can help the team perform at the highest level? Man, it's stressful. I'll tell you that. And it's not complicated, but it's not easy.
Man.
It is something, even in the sense of, for me specifically, right, I've always heard, and you live it, where the better practices you have, the better games you have. Well, what's the cost of having a great practice? Taxing that body. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to almost regulate how much you put on your body while still chasing greatness, so that you can ultimately perform and give yourself the best, advantage come Sunday.
No doubt. Hey, bro, I literally walk in some days, like, that Thursday, Friday, where you've already been in full pads Wednesday. You just come fresh off of a bloody trench warfare type battle where you stick in, double teams or whatever it is, and they're not bumping and hitting the second level. They're guard, tackle, stay.
And
guard tackle stay. Oh, tight end tackle stay. And you're like, it was one of them games.
We had a college game. We had 77 snaps of defense. I think it was about 40 snaps, 45 snaps in the first half.
Yeah.
And then 77 snaps total. So you talk about having that, right? And now, I think it's every team that has a Thursday game has that like stretch where there's 3 games in 11 days. So you imagine we play next Sunday, then turn around and play on Thursday. And you talk about the mental toughness that it's going to take to rally guys to go and hit each other tomorrow at practice. But that's kind of the key to continuously, stacking just whatever positive, steps you've been taking.
Absolutely, bro. Those are the days, and I'll go into the building. And I'm literally, I don't even say it for them. I say it for me. I'm like, guess what? I brought my hands to work today. Hey, somebody got to get choked out. It is what it is. Hey, guess who's bringing hands today? It's me, and I'm on it. And I'm literally hyping myself up while telling my teammates, like, bro, it's go time. So, like,
That's like Dex. Dex walks around yelling human carnage. He's like, all right, come on, human carnage.
Hey, you know what time it is.
Go.
You know what time it is. I ain't got no sympathy for you. You ain't got no sympathy for me. The world definitely don't give a damn. It's about our locker room or the way we're going to practice. And we got to turn up our offense. We're going to turn them up the right way. We're going to pop them in their lids and we're going to shut them down in practice. If they feeling one of them sorry days, they going to feel bad about themselves by the end of practice. And we coming after them. So they never have the chance to be like, oh, man, I'm sore. Because they know we bringing our shit. Like, we bringing everything with them every day. Bro, so it's one of them. It's one of them, like, if I'm bringing energy every day, even if I don't think I got it. For that, sometimes you got to bring that false bravado. You got to be, fake it.
Yeah, you got to. You me, I start drinking energy drinks. I'm like, man, let me just start getting lit. Let me just have my energy up.
Yeah.
And you know what? Whatever happens after this, I'm going to hit somebody.
Okay, too.
Don't even matter.
Yeah, facts. Bro, even on your offensive side, bro, you go against their guys. You got to get to Daniel, whoever, if it's 1v1s or the backup. Yeah. Boppity boppity.
Tommy DeVito,
Tommy Cutlets over there. But when you're going against them, like
Tommy Cutlets.
How is training camp wise, whatever it is, practice wise, we go 1v1s. How's Malik Nabers? He's like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's a consistent. In practice now that we're into the season, we're not running and not doing as much, hard hitting and it ain't a lot of man press coverage right now.
Right.
Obviously, it being season time, but just seeing how dependable he is as a route runner, as a pass catcher. I mean, what more could you ask for? I know fourth quarter last game he had dropped. It was a crucial catch, but it's like, you look at guys like Kobe, you look at guys like the greatest guys, like they're put in those moments, and sometimes you fall short. That's just the nature of the beast. But he's definitely somebody that should be in those moments all the time.
Absolutely. Hey, a young guy. That may hurt, but at the same time, you're putting that confidence like, all right, bro, like you missed this one, you're going to make up for it. And when he does come through in those moments, that's when you're going to start seeing the ascension. You're like, yeah, young buck, let's go get it now. Bro,
come on.
It's that energy reactions to it. What was your reaction, bro, to hearing about, we talk about young quarterbacks and the effects they can have, and sometimes they do whatever, but the Panthers benching Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Bryce, number one overall pick from Bama.
And he from Cali, man. So I'm riding with Bryce Young, man. But I don't know, man. Organizations got to do what's best for them, and obviously, they don't feel like he's prepared enough to continuously lead the team. But
is that? I don't even know if I'm going.
Hopefully, he gets another.
I don't know if I'm going that far.
Say it again?
I don't know if he's going to go. I don't know if I'm going that far. He prepares for sure, but I'm also thinking last year his wide receiver one was Adam Thielen, but then they took DJ Moore from him. They traded him to Chicago, so you thought you were going to have multiple weapons. Your running game is okay, but your offensive line last year didn't give him any confidence boosters. They revamped the whole offensive lineman minus Taylor Moton and the other first rounder. So the entire interior was completely different. So now you're giving them 2 games to adjust. And it's not like it's not like they've been just so stout at the run or so awesome in pass pro. Man got sacked like 4 times, hit like 9 times in our game. Like, how do you build?
Man,
how do you build
it's
a
tough,
young guy up? You have to try and build him up first.
You definitely have to build them up. We haven't been winning lately, so it's hard for me. It's hard for me to knock what a team has been doing.
Touche.
But when you see how talented he was coming out the draft, it'd be hard to just let that go.
Right.
And do I think he deserves the opportunity to grow? Yes.
Yeah.
But hey, at every organization, they value what they value differently.
Right.
So
hey, trust.
Yeah, this league is the not for long league.
Not for long league.
Trust me, if I ain't setting edges getting sacks, I'll be out of here too.
Man, 14 years in, I'm telling you, it's different every year. You be like, yo, bro, my resume says your resume ain't good today. Your resume is good for the pass.
Wait, hey, come on, man. Those checks do not cash here.
Right.
The expiration date on these checks are
Yeah. Oh, you thought you was defensive end. Well, we brought this guy in. He gonna take this spin. Well, you know what? You thought you was gonna be here. You out of here.
The hardest part is hoping that guys see it. And it's just in the reality of like whether you're younger, whether you're older, like they're working guys out for a reason. The guys are coming in because they feel a certain way about how you're playing, so wake up and smell the roses. And it's time to, really lock in and focus that, this is a job at the end of the day. And it's, it's almost like the Hunger Games, right? There's not enough food to go around. Come on.
Hey, they be looking for tributes now. Hey, especially if you're not like a certified starter, they be like, hey man, this numbers game, we got, this backer up for special teams. So we got to take away this nose tackle. You like, no, bro, that means we're going to the game with 3 DTs. Like,
yeah.
Like, no, we can't do that. And yet it's a numbers game. So whatever it is, yeah, you really have to just keep on working. You put your head down, keep working, and be like, all right, bro, I got to reprove myself each and every season, each and every time.
That's it. I got to reprove. And it's tough. And again, this is the only sport that practices more than it plays. So you just talk about having to prove yourself every day, right? The game itself, you got to prove yourself to the world. But now in practice, you got to prove yourself every day to your teammates, to the guys upstairs, so that you solidify, your position on the team, in this league.
Going 100% every day. Training camp days, bro, it's crazy. I think I used to get vet days probably every couple of days, bro, after like year 10. This year, I think I got 3 vet days in total. I said, "Oh, we working, okay? Hey, reprove." And I literally looked at myself in the mirror like, "It's time to reprove myself." I was hurt at the end of last year. Okay, let's go. Let's go get faster.
Yeah.
Let's go get stronger. Let's go reprove them. Oh, they want to see these hands. They gonna see these hands today. And it's that type of approach that you have to have in this league.
You have to, or it's going. And honestly, that's the focused energy I was talking about, because it's easy to have a negative mindset or to look at these same situations with, that negative connotation. Because at the end of the day, everybody is trying to find somebody cheaper, younger, and better to put in your position. So it's like, how can you continue to strive for greatness without having that cloud over your head that you're about to be replaced, even though we all know the truth that we're all about to be replaced eventually. But it's like, I'm going to maintain my greatness until that time comes.
Facts. Like, I think I saw like a clip of a Duke women's head coach talk about like, I shouldn't be able to affect your mentality the way you practice just because whoever's starting or just because whatever it is. I can't like the coach herself, the coach himself, whatever it is, can't affect the way that you take a practice in, like the way that you should be practicing, the way that you should be putting your energy in there. So it's like, bro, I saw that clip and I was like re-inspired. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, everything I be talking about is right. So, but
exactly,
just like the way that you take the field, whatever it is going, you got to give 100%. And it sucks, that our season is only 18 weeks. Like we have 17 opportunities to give the best that we can, just to have an opportunity to continue playing. And so you see guys, breaking their bodies down literally for every yard, man. Just sort of like Tua sort of did this past week, bro, with his concussion. He's fighting for every yard. and somewhere in there, gets concussion. And with his concussion history, bro, like that's the scary part. This league is not for long, and it could be not even from the upper side of this, the management side. It'd be from your body maybe not be able to sustain. Tua concussion, what is like that's the third bad one he's had. What is the fourth or fifth one he's had in his career, bro? That's scary to me. Like I've never really had one of those. Like I'm nervous for him.
See, and that's the hard part, right? And that's my like. And granted, we all sign up. We know what sport we signed up to play. But it's like,
what sport.
When you say one of those, right? Like when I look at Tua, and we ask, obviously everybody probably around the world has seen it, has asked that conversation. What do you do? Do you keep playing or do you walk away? And it's like, we got linebackers across the league who've had more concussions than him. I even seen Ryan Clark talk about it where it's like, there are guys on the D-line and, linebackers and safeties who, not saying they haven't, we know.
Right.
We'll just leave it at that.
Right.
And then you talk about seeing Tua and understanding that he's playing a sport to change the dynamic of his family forever, and we're doing things that he'll never get the opportunity to do again, right? It's hard to just act like it's an easy decision,
right?
Even though to most normal people, yeah, it's an easy decision to just take the money and walk away. But it's like it's almost pity money, And as a competitor, like I assume Tua is, and I know his family and everybody that's kind of poured into his journey. It's like if he walks away, how's he gonna feel about his legacy or what he has to prove to himself?
Absolutely. There's what you pour to this game, bro. Like everything you've given, he's probably been playing since he was 12, 13, 14 years old. All like there's that competitive drive to like, I have to win each and every down, each and every game. Like I only know how to compete. Anyways, let's go to our segment, onside or offside. And onside or offside, I'm gonna show you a little bit about what it means for to take a position. Either onside means you're for it, or offside means you're against it. Let's just talk about it. The league should ban QBs from sliding, onside or offsides. I'm
onside. I'm onside with that. I think QBs could slide. I don't see the problem with that. I think yeah. They don't practice taking hits, so
yeah. I feel like
I'm mad with sliding.
I feel like in my mind, the moment that they go for the action of sliding, they should be down. I don't want any discretion like
not 2 extra yards.
Yeah, not like they slide and it's like where did he know? The moment he dips he's done. Because at this point, like as a defender, I have to deter him.
Yeah, to slow down and like they like slow down and try to hit you or slow down, try to get an extra yard. It's like, come on, like
bruh, like that,
they're playing a system that's made for them. Yeah,
absolutely, they're playing the system, bro. The run towards the sideline, and it's like I'm about to slide, but then he doesn't, and then he turns up. Or like there's just too many rules protecting him. So
it slows down. Like you can't hit him on the sideline, so he slows down. Then he jukes you and gets 4 extra yards.
No doubt, like bro, you got to make it black and white for me. Like if you say we can't hit him while he's sliding, then the moment he goes for it, and they can't fake slides. None of that, like quarterback from hits a while back, whatever it is.
Yeah,
like, nah, you're not catching extra yards. None of that. The moment you say, that's where he should be.
Yeah. I agree. It should be down at the attempt.
Facts. Oh man, that shit just brings my blood to a boil when I see a quarterback.
That pains me. Yeah, it pains me, right? Yeah.
Like, bro, there's a toll to be paid.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what else I think? I think intentional grounding should be a sack.
Facts.
If a quarterback just throws the ball at the ground, come on, y'all cheating me right now.
I beat the tackle, or even if I came free, guess what? He decided that he's going to throw it at the ground. Nah, bro, you either gotta throw it.
That's a sack. You can't do that. You gotta hold. Yeah, you either gotta throw it to somebody or hold it. You can't do that.
Especially the ones where it's like you have like a defensive line or a defender like actually grab the quarterback and about to sling him, and he just like throws it somewhere. Like, nah, bro, that's a sack.
Just like, come on, bro, come on.
All right.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
Like, you got to do something. Anyway. All right, next question. Post-game jersey swap between players. Post-game. Like, one team just lost, one team just won.
I'm with it. Won. I'm with it. I'm with it if I won. I'm with it if I won. If I lost, if I'm a fan, like, my rookie year, I was low-key fanned out, and I'm like, all right, win or lose, like, all right, these are people I've never seen before, but like, after your rookie year, now it's like, all right, unless we family and we've been waiting for this moment to play each other or whatever. But yeah, I'm mad at the end of the game, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I've evolved. I'm offsides for it post game, but like I'll get it to you. Like I'm either send it your way,
Yeah,
or like like once we hit the lockers. At this point now, it's like win, lose, or draw. Like I'm like, oh, there's a time and place for everything. Like either I just lost and I really want to say F the free world, or like I won and like I don't want to just like it feels like I'm rubbing that shit in the face. Like we swap the jerseys and then we post for the pick. And like I know you ain't feeling the same energy I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So like like I'd like to just send it to you.
Yeah, it's kind of.
We both got equipment, guys. Hey,
it's kind of janky.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the hard part too, because now guys like this league, unless you're one of those positions that really impact the game, everybody kind of just pulls I did my part. As long as I did as much as I could do,
right,
then I am okay. And and then they're like, oh, whatever. But it's trying to it's carrying the weight of the whole team versus being a guy who doesn't and then just goes and swaps the jerseys and does what he does.
Every win I need.
I don't know. I'm right in the middle.
Right. Okay. What about
like if we play the Saints? Like if we play the Saints, what would I be not to swap a jersey with you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we're gonna dap up. We're gonna be like, all right, bro, you good? You healthy? Straight. And I'm like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
You be like, swap. I'm like, bet. I'm gonna send it to you. And I'm literally gonna have one of my equipment guys after the game hit you before you get the bus, or I'll send it to the mail. Like it's
cool.
on the way.
Just throw do something and go.
Nothing but respect. But you know what I'm saying? Like in my mind now, it's like there's a time and place for everything. Younger me, nah, I need that shit.
I'm just
now.
bad. Once I walk away, I might not send it to you, Cam. I might forget. You might get it at the end of the season. It's like because once you walk away, it's like, oh man, now I'm like reporters are coming and it's New York, so it's like, oh, don't let it be at home and now asking us and man.
Touche. All right. Players having stadiums named after them, like just as like nicknames, like Jaguars named their stadium after Trevor Lawrence. They called it the Trevor Banks Stadium.
Trevor Banks Stadium.
I
always think trends and stuff like this are weird because it's like you can't do it before the legacy,
Right.
When you do stuff before the legacy, it now what if the next quarterback in 10 years is greater than him? Then what are you gonna do even more or now? Like what's the standard after you do it?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
could you imagine, Michael Jordan being in front of the Chicago arena, while he was playing? Just wait till the post-career situation. That donate to your college, get your college stadium named after you.
Yeah. Just wait till after. It just makes it greater because now it's like, if God forbid he doesn't pan out, then it's like, oh, they're the team that did the the thing.
Now it's a knock.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
Okay. Touche. All right. What about so this next one, right? Playing with the ball that's been puked on by the center, onsides or offsides. I'm against it. That's offsides as hell. I'm stopping the ball. Like just
like he throws up on the ball, then they hike it.
Green Bay.
I mean,
but he threw up on a ball.
I mean, I would love that for them.
Right. You're supposed to be a drop back pass.
I mean, I'm on defense,
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm on defense. So it's like, guy holds the ball and he starts smelling something, throw him off. I punch it out. It's a turnover. Quarterback is slippery in his hand because the guy threw up on it. Turnover. Love that.
Man, hey,
I'm all for it.
Here's what Matt LaFleur said about it.
Yeah, I asked Malik why he didn't throw the ball on that third down, and he told me that Josh threw up on the ball. I was like, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Matter of fact, the official came over to me, Sean came over to me and said, we saw your center thrown up on the ball. Do you want us to take him out next time? I said, absolutely. Please do that because, you're talking about a critical situation, and it's third down, and I've never had a throw with vomit on a football. So I don't know. I don't think Malik probably didn't appreciate that.
Bro. Onside or offside?
Wish you would have tried to throw it.
Man.
Wish you would have tried to throw it. Don't you love that?
Man, no doubt.
If I was lined up and I saw the center throwing up on the ball, that might have been the best get off I've ever got in my life.
No doubt.
I would have tried to steal the catch from the quarterback. I need it. That's legacy. Get the sack on the ball that he threw up on. I need it.
Oh, Sack fumble.
Get them to sign it. I get the center and the quarterback to sign it.
Hey, sack fumble off the quarterback. You pick it up. Now you got to throw up on your gloves.
And go, man, throw him into the crowd. Give him to a kid. He'd love him. just throw him. Yeah, man, we just got a sack. What are you talking about?
New gloves immediately. Okay, touche. All right, I think the last one we have is leaving your house for an early morning workout without brushing your teeth. Onsides or offsides. It's crazy work. If you don't wake up,
you done
wash
did
your
it.
face.
You done did it a couple times, Cam.
Yeah,
you done did it a couple times.
In college, off a 5:30 workout, but. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you've been out that night before.
I personally
ain't no way. Yeah, you
personally
clearly done it.
Gotta brush my teeth. I've thought about it because it's like you get up and it's like you spend that like 5 to 10 minutes just getting like you throw on anything and just go. So it's like, I got a toothbrush at the facility. It's cool. I just gotta get there. As long as I get there. Now the worst thing is if you do it, go to the facility and forget the brush.
Facts.
Oh.
I will tell you this. I don't know if I've ever done that. Like I'm probably not brushing every day all my life. I can't speak on that.
Every what? Every what?
Leaving the house.
Probably not brushing every what day?
No, I'm saying like every day all my life. I can't speak on all my life, but I do know like if I didn't, then at least I got the mouthwash for sure. Like, oh man, I'm rushing for time. I definitely got mouthwash, and I'm hitting that, and it was like, all right, well then I'll get it when I get to the facility. But nah, bro. When I wake up, you can feel that, that heat rising.
You got to stop. You got to close your mouth. If you close your mouth when you breathe, when you sleep, you won't have that nasty. It won't be as bad.
I didn't know you could control that.
Yeah, it won't be as bad,
bro. You ain't no way you consciously
you gotta breathe
make
through your nose, bro.
Nah,
you got to just breathe through your nose, bro.
I'm sleeping on the side, bro, and I'm sleeping on the side. And now I got a pillow between
you
gotta
your legs. Have some humidity. You gotta get your.
I'm in New Orleans. We got nothing but humidity.
Oh, okay. Well, you good then.
Hey, ain't no way. But anyways, dog, I appreciate you tapping in. We're gonna let you get out of here. Hey, once a month for the next few months, I'm gonna keep seeing you. So I can't wait till you come back to the show.
Hey, and this was just a warm up.
This is just a warm up.
This was just a warm up.
We're gonna come over with some stuff now. Hey, be blessed, my boy.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Indeed. Man, on we go to my favorite segment of the day, the final push. All right. I just want to talk about this now. Hurricane Francine hit New Orleans, Baton Rouge area, Louisiana area last week, right in the middle of the week, right when you're supposed to be focusing on implementing the run game, right when you focus on, the kids are going to have practices, right when you're supposed to focus on, the middle of the week. It's a hump day, Wednesday. Hurricane Francine came in and there was some high mileage. It was a Cat 2 hurricane and you didn't know what to expect. As you're sitting there in the house, you're like, oh, the power's going to go out. Our power didn't go out till we were almost asleep. Like if it did go out, I wouldn't know. I was asleep. But for it to have not affected the way that we were able to prepare and overcome for our game plan in Dallas, that was huge. For us to go into Dallas and get a win in the Star, Jerry's world, if you will, and do it convincingly is huge for us. It builds confidence for the offense, builds confidence for the defense, builds confidence for the team. The way that the Saints are rolling right now, I'm excited for week 3, where we got Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, who just lost this in Monday Night Football against the Atlanta Falcons, where Kirk Cousins went masterclass the last drive, a minute change left on the clock. He drives down. Drake London ends up scoring. I'm watching the game because I'm taking notes on both sides of the ball. I'm like, yeah, Philly looks, this is where I can take advantage. Atlanta looks, this is where I can take advantage. But a game like that where you're about to play two teams, like 2 consecutive, I don't know if that happens, but I'm watching real-time film study. And that's what we're going to keep on doing. We're going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on going. The city of New Orleans is so resilient. They saw a hurricane Cat 2, and half the city was like, all right, we're going to party. We're going to have our daiquiris and our Mardi Gras. We'll have mini Mardi Gras at the house. And the other half bunkered down, was like, you don't know if it's going to escalate or not. I'm glad we got through it. I'm glad we got another win. We're going to keep on pushing. I appreciate y'all. That was my final push, and we're going to push it to the end of this show, where I just want to thank my dog Kayvon Thibodeaux for joining. That's a young bull right there. He's going to be the next in line to be the future, not only for the Giants but of the league as a pass rusher. Everything that I wanted to do, I want to say shout out to everybody who stayed safe during Francine. Shout out to everybody in New Orleans. Appreciate my dog Kayvon Thibodeaux. Thank you for tuning in and tapping in with Off the Edge with me, your host, Cam Jordan. I want to appreciate all the listeners for listening to this point. I've had random fans come up to me and say, hey, man, I listen to your podcast. And that right there is exhilarating for me. Give us a 5-star rating. Leave a review, a follow, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcast. I appreciate y'all. Check us out on the NFL YouTube channel. God bless. Peace.